EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away. And his down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision. He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Up the middle they go. Gilmore. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. They go play action here on first down. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. That's good. The completion there for 7. Oh, what a juke into space. A solid stiff arm. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going. Dillon. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Come on. Hey.
Here's 2nd and 8. His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. There's Chris Olave. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
19 tight.
He'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On second down, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Pass to 60, pass to 6, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarter.
As they get him down at the 28.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. Yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They're going to look to throw. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Hurt! Go!
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Saints have 11-2 now, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come throw another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gilmore. Ooh, the juke. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example.
Watch out now. 52. Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. He's got the first down and more. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 26. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Down to about the 23.
And that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Gilmore. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Touchdown! Rondale Moore, 27 yards. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone of the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Okay,
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
ready?
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
On the double.
2nd down at 4.
Going to be well. Let's go.
Up the middle they go. Gilmore. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On the ready? Drill, 52.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On 2nd down. Gilmore. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Koo knocks this one to the post, and the route is on. It's 24-0. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your players, you have to know the situation.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Gilmore. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 3rd down, Gilmore. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll come out in the pistol. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1.
Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gilmore. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Falcons have opened the lead up to 30. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On second down, Williams. Room here to run. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards on the ground. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Down. Fight 60. 22 middle.
On second down, Dillon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Come on.
First and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deontay Hardy from a yard out. And the Saints are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead's down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Kene Nwangu. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is getting enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll look to throw. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And down to the 45 yards that time.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
2nd and 5. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And now here's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Gilmore. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll drop to throw. That pass is caught by Hardy. And he is going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Atlanta, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.